quantum leaps, and saying no to the noise. Welcome back to Market Mindset AI, the podcast where we break down market moves and sprinkle in life hacks to keep you ahead of the game. I'm your host, Big Money Mike, and today we're diving into quantum computing stocks, trading mania, and why learning to say no is your new superpower. Whether you're here for financial insights, personal growth, or just to hear my voice, stick around. This episode has something for everyone. Let's jump in. Segment 1, Quantum Mania, Stocks That Bend Reality. Let's talk about the quantum computing stock craze. It's like we've hit a Wall Street multiverse. Companies like Rigetti Computing, RGTI, and D-Wave Quantum have seen wild trading action, reminiscent of the GameStop saga in 2021. Why? Speculation. Traders are buying these stocks in the early pre-market hours, pushing prices higher for no apparent reason. It's less about the company's fundamentals and more about gaming the system. Remember GameStop? It wasn't about selling games, it was about playing them. Traders exploited weaknesses in the short-selling system, forcing massive buy-ins. Now it feels like some folks are trying to replicate that with quantum computing. But here's the kicker. These companies aren't even close to producing real, scalable quantum breakthroughs. It's all hype. The question is, are you ready to jump into this high-risk, high-reward game, or are you smart enough to let the FOMO pass? Segment 2, Trading Frenzies, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now let's zoom out and look at the broader market. The S&P 500 lost nearly 2% last week, and the Nasdaq fell over 2.3%. Why? A hotter-than-expected jobs report spooked investors into thinking rate cuts might be delayed. Here's the paradox. Good economic news can be bad for stocks. Why? Because strong employment numbers make the Fed less likely to ease monetary policy. It's a balancing act, and the market hates uncertainty. Meanwhile, some stocks are feeling the heat, like Constellation Brands, STZ, which fell 17% after a disappointing earnings report. Even with strong cash flow, the company's been hit by lower alcohol sales and a potential cancer warning label on bottles. It's a rough mix of bad PR and changing consumer habits. On the flip side, companies like GE Healthcare had a stellar week thanks to an analyst upgrade and strong growth in diagnostic tech. It's a reminder that even in choppy waters, there are winners if you know where to look. Segment 3, The Power of Saying No. Let's pivot to something a bit different, the art of saying no. A behavioral scientist from Cornell University recently said that learning to say no isn't just a boundary, it's a skill set. Think about this in your professional life. How many times have you taken on too much because you didn't want to let someone down? Saying no doesn't make you lazy or unhelpful. It's about protecting your long-term productivity and mental health. So, how do you practice saying no without feeling guilty? Reframe it as a positive. Instead of thinking, I'm letting them down, think, I'm giving myself room to excel at what matters most. And the same applies to investing. Just because a stock is trending doesn't mean you need to buy it. Sometimes, the best move is no move at all. That's a wrap for today's episode of Market Mindset AI. Whether you're dodging quantum hype, riding out market volatility, or learning the power of saying no, remember, the best decisions often come from clarity, not chaos. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, stay sharp, stay savvy, and stay in the mindset. This is Big Money Mike, signing off. Catch you next time. This content is not financial advice, and it is a summary of news articles which was produced by AI.